Hey guys, it's Jerrick here from MMT. We've got Ninja here on the table.
Hello.
Today we're going to be focusing on the shoulder and the pecs and also a bit of the arm, but more of a dynamic treatment, okay? So let's get started. I'm going to start off with Ninja's chest, okay? So I like to kind of still get a good grip. The rules still apply, stick close to the bone, good pressure, find it straight away, pin it, okay? I just see how it responds. I make sure he's relaxed. I don't want him to resist against my pressure or be tensing up, okay? And from this position, I'm just gonna move the arms just wherever it wants to go to, yeah? I can work through horizontally like this. I feel it's a bit stuck here, so I reckon I'm just gonna work this for this first half minute. Once I start feeling that it's starting to loosen off, I like to actually drop this and then go a bit more external range here, okay? So the pressure stays the same. I'm just letting the movement do the work as well, okay? So what I love about dynamic treatment or active treatment, you're able to just be a bit more targeted, a bit more specific to where things can be tight in certain positions as well. So you can get a deeper release. I might combine the two like this. So I'm just working all different angles and I'm just following where the pecs attach to from the sternum into the shoulder. I'm following that line. Because a lot of times we're just so bunched together like that, we want to open him up. Open him up like this. So I feel a bit of a sticking point and then I just kind of go shorter ranges. Just shimmy along here. If someone's at a desk for a while, they can feel like they're really closing up through their chest or they get back pain in their upper back. Sometimes it can be coming from the anterior shoulder, the pecs pulling you in. Sometimes I like to shake it off a little bit here, just make sure he's nice and loose and relaxed. Yeah, once it gets to the shoulder part, I can feel a little bit more tension. So I'm just going to be a bit more tactical, try not to roll off some of these structures because there's a lot going on here. I can already feel the fascia as well loosening. So that's what's really good about dynamic treatment. You can attack the fascia quite easily because the fascia is also responsible for the movement and responsible for people's postures. Very nice. Next, I'm just going to go a bit more pinpoint now. So it's kind of directly underneath the collarbone, just like this. I can close that joint by pulling the arm in, and then I can open it just like this. So I'm going to be working in this fashion here. Subclavius, muscle, also parts of the pec attaching into these areas here. This can limit a lot of people's overhead mobility and also your neck. See, I feel that starting to melt out a little bit. I want to see if it makes it, if I can feel a pull, and I can feel a pull if I move this arm out like this. So dynamic treatment, it also matters where you place your pressure. You can still be very precise. Don't need lots of moving, Just hitting the right spot, hitting the areas where it can become stuck and stagnant. And then just melting out these tissues like this. How are we going, Ninja, all right?
Yeah, good. Therapeutic all the way, man. Just feel the connection, feel the goodness happening.
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to move too much, so I'm just really just trying to shimmy along the edge of the clavicle or the collarbone. And even my movements, I'm just going a bit more smaller movements. Can work overhead as well. So I like to grab him, get a good purchase on his arm, and just like this. Yeah, there's no rule of where the arm or which way the arm can move. You really want to kind of experiment where things can get blocked up. Now I want to work a bit more if someone was to be stuck overhead like this. So I can get him in that position where he's feeling restricted, support his arm, and let's say Ninja's feeling a bit restricted at the top of the shoulder here. I'm going to place my pressure here. While it's relaxed, I'm able to sink in a little bit more deeper, if we can see that. And by me pulling it in more, it just deepens the angle. So I'm not doing too much work. I'm allowing the arm to do its work for me. I can feel the leverage like this. Still allowing to give adequate pressure. Like you can see, like 3/4 of my thumb is actually right in there. It's all about these little movements and being precise. So if someone has trouble of lifting weights overhead, or even in the dead hang position, if you're hanging off the bar and you can get a pinch in this area, this one's a really effective one for you. Slowly come out of that. So working just off where the rotator come off and that near that AC joint. Okay. Next will be parts of his biceps and biceps tendon. So I'm going to work this lower half first. The distal end of the bicep, then we're going to do a bit more targeted work, a bit more specific with my thumbs, okay? So this one's just done with my palm of my hand. Bit more broader, and I just use this as a lever and then come off like this. Got to go a bit slow. Applying pressure this way while I pull the arm downwards like this. Really good fascial stretch for your arms. Good, I can move through it slowly. It's all right on the skin, Ninja, not burning at all. No,
that's good.
I've got to be careful not to really roll off again. I've got to be very set my intention to really focus and to stick on the rail here. And if I find a sticking point, I might just hold the pressure and allow the arm to do the work. Yeah, I feel like the bicep is a very underlooked aspect when it comes to the arm or the chest in general. It does a lot of overhead movements. It also obviously curls the elbow in, but it plays a huge role in the movement aspect or the primary motions of the arm. We're going to check out more the attachment points of this bicep that goes into a bit of the elbow. So someone can also be experiencing elbow discomfort. So I like to control the wrist, slowly sink in. Ninja can guide me if he needs to, yeah.
Yeah.
If I feel like that extending the elbows too much, I can just rotate the wrist a little bit. It's a bit more softer. It's not as aggressive as if I were to just continuously move that elbow.
Whoa, so it's good.
So I feel like the biceps can take so much in terms of loading. Once he kind of gets overloaded, then the tendons can become sore. It can really start pulling on the joints. That's when you know it needs just a bit of a clean out. So I'm really trying to free up the tendons, create space, and create blood flow in that area.
Yeah.
Let's go on the inside a little bit. There's a bit there too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, in there, deep in there.
Yeah.
It's a real specific ache, isn't there, when you hit the right spot?
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
know it.
You know it, yeah.
Know it's right.
Yeah, and what I'm feeling for is I'm feeling for density, but I'm also feeling for a bit of resistance of the tissue pushing back at me. So I'll also show you when it's into above the elbow joint, because it can be right next to, I'll use this arm, right next to the actual bicep tendon itself, like deep within there.
Whoa. Fuck.
Yeah, I feel like this is a big spot where there can be a lot of traffic jams.
Far out. Big going there.
Yeah. Yeah, by introducing little movements like this, it becomes a little bit more bearable, I reckon, as well, as opposed to just smashing it or moving it a lot. Just little movements.
Yeah. It's not one continuous
Yeah.
pain.
Yeah,
Doesn't
yeah.
relent.
It can be sometimes overwhelming.
Yeah. Sneak up on it in a way and
Yeah.
yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, it's still going through here.
Each time you come up, just really
You feel
yeah,
it,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is a really good spot in Ninja. So we're just gonna camp here for a little longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's when it shortens, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice, I'll ease off through here. How you feeling, Ninj?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Wiped out a bit.
So if this relates to you guys, this is what I do for some more dynamic treatment options. Really good for your shoulder health and your overhead mobility. Thanks guys for watching. Cheers.
Done.